Hello everybody, this is Richard here coming to you from the Terraform Homestead. This week we're coming to you with a new video. We are continuing on our workshop build. This is such a fun, weird build where we get to experiment with a lot of different building techniques. Such a fun project. Be sure to stick around to the end to watch our progress on this build and see too how you can build a simple, cheap, structurally sound shed with very little money and a lot of reclaim and scrap materials.
New world where everyone is sacred, every life accounted for. Grow your garden, find your tribe, let your heart's burning side move your body towards the light.
Good morning everybody, we're back out here. It is day 6 of this build. As you can see, we got a roof sheeting on at least, and got all that nailed in. That was a marathon push yesterday, that was tough. Hands are definitely sore. But what I'm going to be working on first is me putting in some blocking on these 2x4 walls, and then I'm actually going to be putting some 45-degree kind of corner shelves here on all 4 corners. It's going to add a little shelf space, which is kind of cool, and I think that's going to help kind of hold everything together a lot better, just because we get like hurricane force winds and like micro bursts of over 100 miles an hour, so I'm really kind of paranoid about over engineering this thing and making it really, really strong and stable. Make good luck with the hammer. Finally ran out. Smash my thumb. Alright, we're wrapping up day 6. Didn't quite get as much done as I wanted to get done today, but that's how it goes. I am really liking how these walls are actually looking. We've got a lot of these old shipping crates that still have some numbers and stuff on them. I think looks really cool. Eventually I want to do an earthen floor in here, and with that we need a couple inches of road base and a couple inches of the actual earthen floor. What's exciting about that is I think that's going to put this wall at a perfect bench top height, so I can build out this entire length as one long bench. It's going to be really cool, and then do a lot of storage on this wall, do some French cleat system on this wall, and just kind of keep the space opened up as much as possible. Today, it's a day I've not been looking forward to, but it's got to get done. Wire day. I gotta take apart that. That's our old collapsed thing that I just drug off to the side, and it's gonna be a nightmare to take apart. But I don't want to waste the wire. I don't want to just like throw all that away. So I'm gonna take it all apart and get it up on the walls, so that way we have something for our cement plaster to grab onto and attach to. I got this whole mess, our collapsed structure taken apart. It's strewn out all over the lawn, and I got our heavy duty wire in, so this is gonna kind of create the nice good structure. My next step before I put up all that wire is to put up some tar paper. So this is just stuff that's been laying around for a while, and I figure I might as well use it up. So that didn't go super well, but it was informative. I mean, this will be fine, it'll get plastered over, but I think what I need to do is come in and put in a lot more of these bracing points so that the netting stays tighter to the wall. Hello everybody, it's been a couple days since I've been working on this. Yesterday was a supply run day. Sunday I was exhausted, and so I took a day off, but we're kind of getting out of crunch time. So I'm leaving for the summer. It gets way too hot here. It's my one opportunity here to travel, so taking a couple months to do that, which means I got 10 days to finish this project out, and that's tight. You guys a little bit closer to what I'm doing here. These cinder blocks have rebar stuck in them. That's driven a couple feet into the ground, and then this is how I secure everything out here. These are some scrap, I think they were floor jacks from our RV that just kind of were not great and got bent up. So, but I keep everything because they get used somehow. And so you can see, basically just drill a hole, and then this sits in there. So once this gets filled with concrete, that's gonna lock these little arms into place and lock it down to the frame. Got the concrete set in. This is gonna help further tie this structure to the ground, and hopefully it won't blow away because we get crazy winds out here. Next project is this door here. I think the idea that I have is to do like the double opening doors. So I'll do a latch here and then be able to just open this top part if I want while I'm working in here, because I don't love creatures coming in and out. So that'll give me an opportunity to shut these lower doors, keep the upper ones open for light and some airflow. Hit a little bit of a problem. I got everything up, and I have this little thing that locks, which is great. But what I've noticed, so it shuts, but there's nothing to prevent from opening. Okay, so I think I may have found a solution. This is just a super quick little prototype, but I'm gonna make something like this out of metal that's a little bit tighter, and that way I can slide, that'll still lock and not let that open. I'm also going to have a second lock on the outside of this, so this isn't the primary lock, this is more of just a door handle kind of thing. I have my second lock, and then I've got these guys with holes through it and a bolt that runs through both, so that'll stay locked. And I just broke my prototype because this is still a little tight. We're about done on this door for now. I still need to do some aesthetic stuff and just some cleanup, sanding, getting it to function a little bit better, but this should work. This is the very complicated door. I did not think it would be this difficult, but here we are. I have 1 week left to get as much of this project done as humanly possible before I take off for the summer. And I got to get this place secured and dried in at the very least. If I have to end up just throwing everything in here disorganized and locking it up, so be it. But I want to get this locked up because the only thing of value I own is tools. So we'll also have security cameras out here, so I don't think anyone will mess with anything, but just like to be safe. Got that opens, and we come inside. So we're on the inside now, and this was complicated, but I found this old hinge and bent it out, bent the bar so it doesn't slide in and out to actually lock this into place. And then I've got some backer board to just kind of help fill that gap a little bit better, try and keep some ice out. Up here we have this double door system, so I'm going to switch these with something that's a little easier to get out, some rebar with a bent over end or something like that. But these pull, come on, that's just temporary. And then I can open that. So I can do that on both sides. That way I can kind of keep this shut if I want to, open these for light and air. You know, if I'm doing something, a lot of cutting or something, I can keep that open and not have to worry about critters coming inside, snakes and rattlesnakes and stuff like that, and rats and javelina.